Daredevil season 2. You guys, I don't think we're all. Like,
I think I'm like halfway through.
Yeah.
I want to say.
So we'll get to kind of a what you doing. I gotta wait. Hold on.
Movie,
What you doing?
Oh,
What you doing? What you doing? Ba-da-da-da-da. Okay, sorry, I had to get it in. Okay, so you're with Daredevil.
Yeah.
You're about.
I'm episode 6, I think.
Yeah, we're not going to.
I think I'm like
anything.
4 or 5, but man, that show is good.
God, episode.
Punisher is so badass, man.
Awesome.
Bang.
Yeah,
He's so awesome.
and the thing about this movie, or we were talking about this because normally, like, I just finished Jessica Jones, which I encourage everybody to go see that.
The ending satisfying?
Yes, the whole TV
I'm
show.
like 2/3 of the way through.
There is a lull.
But
Yeah, there's a lull
think
kind
it's
of in
where
the
I'm
middle, but it's interesting because it's less of a superhero TV show, as what you would traditionally think, and more of like a private investigator, cop drama. There are problems with the show, but overall it's a very, very good show. And the whole show is very satisfying. They do a good job of continuing a story. They do little cameos but they're not ham-fisted, not just because.
So there's a moment where Rosario Dawson mentions dating like a big guy. Is she with, what's his face in Jessica Jones?
I'm not going to tell you.
Cage.
I'm not going to tell you.
Talking about, yeah.
But not Luke
I didn't
Cage,
see
but,
it, but that's what I'm talking about.
But,
oh, yeah, Luke Cage.
but back to
Power
Daredevil.
Man.
The thing with Daredevil that we were talking about before is like I usually binge this stuff. Like I'll watch like 4 or 5 episodes in a row, and I'm like I almost don't want to do that with Daredevil because it's so good. I'm like I kind of want to take a moment to just enjoy this, and I don't want it to be over because I did watch season 1 like back to back and it was so good. And yeah, I haven't even gotten to like. I know there's another character, Elektra, that she's in the trailer.
I haven't gotten to her either.
I haven't gotten to her, and I'm like,
okay. So
I think I
you're
just
behind
finished
me then.
Punisher's arc.
So you just finished episode 4 because episode 5 introduces Elektra.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, I'm done with
and we're not ruining anything because that's in the trailer. But it's just I'm looking forward to every moment
finished
of
with
this.
4?
I'm halfway through 4, so don't.
Oh, okay.
No, they have the way they have these characters.
It's a weird
they
arc.
Feels so. It is a weird arc. I don't want to ruin it for David or the listeners, but the way they introduce the characters and they show the characters, they just feel so natural. They feel like real people,
right?
With these, and they're not like crazy abilities, but just with the fantastical,
shooting skills,
right? Because like Daredevil's amazing acrobatics, and it just. I don't know. It doesn't.
I mean, he has that hearing thing, but it's not like he can't shoot laser beams out of his eyes.
But the thing is cool is what they also do is they introduce he has the ability to see and hear very well, right, through sonic and radar or whatever.
Smell.
But they show little twists of that are the result of those powers in very unique and interesting ways, and they kind of slowly. It's kind of like a good video game, right? When you start a video game and you're kind of this like a superhero type of character, you get cool abilities, but then they slowly give you even better abilities and slowly give you extra. Oh, I can't wait to use that because now I can jump. I think of God, what was that? Microsoft game where you get the little balls and you get more power. What is it called? They're coming out with a sequel. What is it called?
I don't understand.
Oh man, I can't think of it. You're like part of the justice, and you're like a superhero. God, I can't think of it. It's called. Go ahead, keep talking, but I have to think of it.
Crash
now.
Out. No.
Oh God, what is it called? I don't know. Anyways, the part of that game that's cool is that you get these little orbs.
Crackdown.
God, I was like,
they are coming out with new effects. Like, I can't wait for that game. They give it so much fun.
Right, but the point of that game is like you have to jump. You get to jump like you get this cool jumping ability, which you can jump pretty high. But by the end of the game, you can like leap like
Hulk size.
Yeah, like huge chunks of distances. And that's what's cool about these TV shows is they have special abilities, which you're excited to see. But they introduce it. They slowly give you the character gets a little bit more and a little bit more.
But they're not going to be like what Jordan said. They're not going to shoot laser beams or anything like crazy. It's cool. It's grounded in reality.
Feels natural.
At the end of the day, you're still punching the crap out of somebody. You're not.
Right.
And then I don't want to give anything away.
Yeah, don't give anything away.
But there's like a relationship between Daredevil and Elektra, and it just feels like I was a little like leery. When I was like, why? Jennifer Garner.
Touch my face in the rain so I can see what you look like.
It's like I don't care about this character at all. But they do. I just can't. There's a specific scenes.
Yeah, don't tell anything.
And I know when you guys see them, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's just cool. They're not doing anything super cool, but it just feels like two real people with these skills, and they're just being them. You know what I mean? And I just love it. It's
like how the first episode. You know, the Punisher is a big deal in this. I mean, you've seen all the marketing and stuff, and like you see shots of his face. You don't see his full face till the very end, and he says the one word, and it's like, oh, that's such a cool introduction for that character.
Yeah, and they again, it's what's not to go back to Batman versus Superman. It's a lot of the same things, right? Daredevil doesn't kill people, and Punisher does. He does whatever it takes. That's the type of the interaction of those two characters in this TV show is what Batman versus Superman should have been.
Right.
You need those moments of dialogue of Batman and Superman discussing their views on how to solve problems and how Batman thinks Superman's a half measure, although he has all this power, but he fails to use it in any good way. You know, all you do is create more problems. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the one who actually gets things done. You know, if I had your abilities, I'd get, you don't know how lucky you are. Like, those are the conversations I want, but there's none of that.
There was no good, unless I slept through it. There was no good conversation between the two at all. And there was a good 25-minute dedicated where no action happened in Daredevil with just those two characters interacting. And it was like my favorite scene I've ever seen.
Yeah. And it's just amazing. So anything else you guys want to talk about? What you doing, Wise?
I don't know. I need to be Whatcha sleeping.
Okay, well, let's wrap it up. Okay, so again, if you're listening to the audio version, go to YouTube. You can check us out there. We have our audio on iTunes, on SoundCloud, as well as on Stitcher Radio, Jordan's favorite.
Mm-hmm. Stitcher's the best.
Stitcher's the best.
Put
it on the back of the box.
So I was looking on Stitcher, and then I was like scrolling down through other podcasts.
Yeah.
And then like I got like 5 down, and it was like Sit Down Standard, and I was like, what? We're on like
5 pages?
No, like 5. Like I was just
1, 2, 3,
scrolling down,
5,
like 1, 2, 3, and I was like, no way. We're on number 5. Turns out it just set that up for me.
Yeah,
I had it downloaded on another
like an
device
or something.
Yeah, because it wasn't like a setting I made. I only have a couple
podcasts you may like.
Yeah, and
slowly but surely we'll get there.
Yeah, I know. But I went and downloaded another device, and it was like, what kind of stuff do you like?
Yeah,
and then it like
exactly.
tailors it to your stuff.
And then follow us on Twitter and on Facebook, as well as on Instagram at Sit Down Standard. And if you want to email us, wow, you guys are really tired. What's the email address, Joe?
sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
Wow, so exciting. Jordan.
Sitdownstandard@gmail.com.
There we go. Jordan, what's the email address?
Sitdownstandard at Yahoo.
At LexCorp.com.
LexCorp. There we go. All right. Till next time. Bye.
See you
later.